there were so many emotions going on. You start thinking everything that you can possibly think of. And we don't know at this point. All we know is that our kids vanished in a fire. And they can't give you any other details because at this point we don't know it's a homicide. We don't find out until later on. And you try to deal with that. So, we go home and you think to yourself, is this real? Is this a dream? Did it really happen? I mean, one minute you're sitting there, we were eating dinner and watching TV, and the next minute you're running to the site of a homicide that you think is just a fire. And how did this fire start? We knew she had a heater. Did the heater ignite something? And that's how the fire came into play. And then after that, I mean, wasn't long before the story broke.
This is breaking news now from today's TMJ4.
Reporters talking to me, knowing I'm a retired police officer, are always prodding me for, am I getting the special treatment? And I said, no, these guys who work just as hard on any homicide as they do for this one, especially the circumstances involved with a 4-year-old child and a woman, the mother and daughter both being killed at the same time, probably by the same suspect. That's how they developed the suspect information with the phone numbers through probation and parole, and the phone records indicated it was Patrick Fowler who was the suspect in this homicide investigation.
That breaking news now, charges filed against the man accused of killing a mother and daughter and then setting their home on fire. Patrick Fowler is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide. That's as of this morning. He was arrested in Arkansas yesterday. Investigators believe he killed 28-year-old Jessie Ellenberger and her 4-year-old daughter. Both were found dead inside the home near 68th and Stevenson. That was on Saturday night. No word yet on a possible motive.
They knew each other, we know, for 2 weeks. And I don't know how they figured that out. They asked Patrick how they met, and he said something about Tinder, which is kind of a website type of thing that you can go on, which didn't really seem to be Jessie's style, but she didn't live with us. I mean, Mady stayed with us quite a bit. She had a room up by us because Jessie worked and she was a single mom. But we have no idea. She had just spoken to her best friend the night before, who was in Florida at the time visiting her aunt, and never mentioned this guy. She had some friends that were on Facebook. She had a Facebook group that they talked and things. They didn't know about it, and I didn't know any of this until all of a sudden my phone started to blow up with messages. And it's all these people on Facebook. How did she know him? Where did she meet him? How long did she know him? But how long were they going out? Were they boyfriend and girlfriend? I don't know. She never mentioned anything to us, but it was kind of weird that week because the 2 weeks, because Jessie hadn't been working a lot. And so Mady wasn't with us a lot. And had Mady been with us, it's possible she would have said, oh, Mama has a new friend. And then maybe we would have gotten some insight. But honest to God, we had no idea. Her friends didn't have any idea. Other relatives, nobody. It was like the only persons that knew it was her and Mady and him.
Yeah, that was the most frustrating part, that nobody knew about it. Not one of her friends knew who Patrick Fowler was.
Especially her best friend, Holly, who she tells everything to, and they had just spoken the night before.